Hi, Daniel. Hi, Squidgy. What am I typing for? I don't know. It's been a busy day. I'm all over the place. Give me 1 minute because Harriet was crying. I think she's stuck somewhere. Where are you? Harriet, where are you? Where's you gone? Where are you? You silly girl. Come on. You must say hello. And then I'm going to get a treat. Here she is. She was under the sideboard. Mm, silly thing. Oh, say hello. I know that she wasn't really stuck. She got an elastic band. She couldn't get off the leg. Go and get your treats. That cat's gonna give me a heart attack. I think there's some people waiting on one of the other notification things. Squidgy, could you let them know we're here, please? And I put the notification out for 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 8 o'clock tonight and didn't realise. So by that time, hi Polly, hi Greenie. So I'll have to be more conscious of that 24-hour clock. Did you? Which one? Polly. I might do a stream at 8 in the morning actually because I'm always up. So it's been a busy day. I thought it might be a quiet day today, but it hasn't been. It's been nice and put some new curtains up in my bedroom um, so that I haven't got all the tufty effects of her claws. I think I'm going to get um, the vet to do her claws when we go for her to have a neuter. They'll do it there. Oh, did it, Polly? My son said to me yesterday. He said, I said I went live last night for the first time in ages, and he said, I know. I said, how did you know? He said it buzzed on my phone. I said, did you watch? He said, no, I never watch. So, no, has she got a boil? I'm not surprised. Where is it? What I'm actually more interested in all seriousness as well, is how is she keeping clean? Because on her thigh, on the inside of the thigh, I bet where it rubs. Yeah, Daniel, yeah. Um, how is she keeping clean? Because if Amberlyn Reid needs somebody to help her, which she has said, hasn't she? Then Foodie, she's got to be £500. She has to be. She's enormous. Oh no! Between her legs, she had to go and get it lanced. She's a dirty woman. No, she's not washing. What did she say when she was in um, Canada? That when she got in the shower, it was like a 5 minute thing, and she never bent down. She didn't do below the waist, basically, properly. She did. It was the water that she let run, down her private parts, down her legs. Well, Squidgy, you may have to. No, she can't wash her hands properly. How horrible. But Salah, we've got, what do they call them? What were they calling Nada, a Bazzy dancing boy or something? Um, well, whatever it is, I think we've got another one with Salah. Did you see how he was lounging and those short shorts, and he'd got his leg up in the air? He'd only have to move quick and his little thing would pop out. Yeah, minimal effort. Oh, she does, Squidgy. She's got to. Disgusting. So he was sitting there like that, stares at the camera, stares at himself. He loves himself. But they say in Islam you can wear shorts, but it's got to cover the navel and come down to below the knees. It clearly weren't complying with that. That's right, her clothes as well. Yeah, Squidgy, how he says to her, you've got to wear the attire of a Muslim woman, head to toe, and yet he goes about literally half naked, doesn't he? You've seen all the top half of him. And then yesterday we almost saw the bottom also. He doesn't leave much to the imagination. He's and I wouldn't be surprised if he's on another dating site, um, you know, similar to Voodoo's, what he was with Voodoo. I was watching last night, because I don't sleep very much. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the channel now. I'll find it and give you a link because it's good. And yeah, he's horrible, Greeny, really horrible man, inside and out. Ugh, greasy. I watched this channel and it had got the people, the women who were executed in Sing Sing by the electric chair. And he went from the first woman, somebody called Snyder, and then right up, and there was a woman, and she was there with her lover. And her lover was a Latino man that she met on our equivalent of Tinder, their equivalent of Tinder, not ours, I suppose, which was the like the love letter dating sites. I'm talking about the 1920s to 1940s, I guess. Anyway, these two met, the woman and the man, and they said the woman was huge, huge, and the papers made a lot of that, you know, saying things about her, and they showed pictures of her. Absolutely a huge woman, they said. And when she went to the electric chair, the chair creaked. She was 250 pounds. She was half of Foodie Beauty size. What would they make of her? They would have to build a bench, not a chair, a bench to accommodate her. But these two, they were lovers. She had two little children. She turned up on his doorstep one day. She met him. She got two kids by different dads. And she turned up with the kids on his doorstep. So they stayed for a little while and he liked her a lot. He didn't like the kids so much. So she packed the kids off to somebody straight away. They didn't say who, but she never saw those children again. Little kids, you know, talking of tots, 5 and 6 years old. So she packed them off to live with this man. And his career was a bit like Salah's career, and that is identifying vulnerable women, getting them to fall in love with him. He was very accomplished, apparently, in doing that and in charming them, etc. And they fell for him and they slept with him. And I mean, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever period it was, that just wasn't done then. I mean, I'd like to think it wasn't done now, but of course it is. And anyway, because she was living with him, he didn't want to give up his career. And so she said that as long as he didn't sleep with any of these women that he made fall in love with him, as long as he didn't sleep with them, she'd let him carry on. And she would, not only accommodate it, but she'd help. She'd be like, think of Ian Brady and Myra Hindley, the Moors killers, just like them. Hello, Daily Sponge, UK ASMR. Hi. Hi, Dark. I'm okay. I'm tired. It's been a nice day. I get tired very easily now. Hi, Cece. Oh, that's me to a T. Thank you, Daily Sponge. I think we're all daily sponges in that we absorb stuff, but we know what to filter out, don't we? So anyway, this woman, Martha Beck, I think her name was Martha, and Beck. I'll get the link to that video and leave it in the community tab. She won't get to my age, Daily Sponge. There's no way. And I think you squeeze, but oh, do you? Is that what your ASMR is? I'll have to come and have a look. Remember when Chantal was trying to do ASMR? She could do ASMR with her breathing, couldn't she? So, yes, Dark. Insist upon blood tests. You have to insist. And hi, Ragamuffin. Yes, we've had a lovely day today. It's we're just chilling out now. The cat was stressed out, so she was hiding under the sideboard. Yeah, Daily Sponge note. I don't believe that there's any such place as hell. That's a discussion for another day. I don't. I believe, like I say, that I believe that our karma is something that we carry around with us. Our karma is what we experience on this earth, whether it be good, whether it be bad. We experience it, and You're going to send me an email? Yeah, do. I don't believe like suddenly karma's going to come and get you when you're a certain age. I believe you live. I mean, Chantal, look at her. She's an awful person, awful character, and she's living her karma. Who would want to carry? Who could imagine a life dragging that 500-pound body around? Hello, Amanda. Oh, no, she's not actually. She's about 140 pounds. She's got children of her own and she's lost her husband. So for you to come on and say that, you know what? You can fuck right off to hell. Go on. So that was either Missy Moo or Chantal because of what they said and the name they used. And hang on, where's she gone? Can we block her? Why can't I do it? Could you get rid of that Amanda person, somebody, for me? Because my computer's something. Oh, it's all right, I've done it. It's okay. Yeah, Liverpool. People are friendly in Liverpool, aren't they? Daily sponge. No, don't say hi to her, Nova. She's just insulted my family, a member of my family. How do I pronounce tattoos? Tattoos? Will that do? Tattoos. I think Missy Moo is genuinely crazy. Genuinely. Tardiosh. 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 Oh, I'm sure Missy Moo's around. Two people came in the chat last night and said things. That one who's just mentioned a member of my family. Well, you'll guess who it is, who has lost a husband, partner, has had to bring up child on her own, holds down a responsible job, and it's about what, £140 maximum at 5'5". So don't come on attempting to fat shame my family or fat shame me. Fat shame me. Shame me, Francis. You had to laugh at them when they were there. Laugh now they're not. Go on. And laugh at the reasons that I lost them through the medication. Laugh at the fact I've got to go and have another endoscopy because of my throat and a barium swallow. Laugh at all that. Laugh at what's going on with me. Laugh that I've lost 5 inches in height through osteoporosis. Laugh at that. Laugh at the constant pain. I mean, 24/7. Laugh at that. Idiots. No, no, Bashim. Yeah, I'm supposed to have them regularly. And I'm going back 8 years now when I was diagnosed with Barrett's esophagus. Have you heard it? And it's when you've got precancerous cells in your throat. And my throat, my gullet had to be stretched. And I'm supposed to have them every so often. And it hasn't happened. And because there was so much else going on with hip replacements, hip revision surgery, ulcer, Alfie, looking after Alfie every day, and just a medical negligence claim going through. There was just so much going on that I didn't chase them up, and I should have done. Yeah, small women look cute. Yeah, I look like a schoolgirl now. Oh, ragamuffin, it's a terrible disease, isn't it? Terrible. Did you have a vertebroplasty? I had a vertebroplasty a few years ago, but they can't do it again because they said that my bones are so bad, it would be like trying to attach water to water. They can't do anything else. Oh, hillbilly. I'm so sorry for your loss, my darling. Your mum losing a parent, and it brings your own mortality to you, doesn't it? Gosh, you were young, weren't you, to have it as well? Oh, ragamuffin. Um, hillbilly, when you say your mum had severe osteo, can you explain it to me? Severe, what is severe? If you don't want to, don't, but what is severe? Hello, Monica. Thank you. Even without teeth, you can look good. And without makeup, all I've got on my skin at the minute is it cod liver oil or castor oil? It's one of them. My niece has scoliosis. She had to have a lot of surgeries on her back when she was younger. Which makes you wonder, doesn't it make you wonder, like, people are lovely here, hillbillies, they are, all of them. But doesn't it make you wonder that, um, yeah, that's what I say, ragamuffin, you can complain. Oh, dark. Oh my goodness! I know. I did it for 8 o'clock, didn't I? And I did it again tomorrow morning. But I'm gonna. What was that, Alan? See, I never mention my children's names. I never mention what my kids do. I never. They don't watch YouTube. They don't. Two of them don't bother with um, Facebook, with nothing. So, what depths are these people going to try and find out my kids' names? Bailey N. Have you blocked that idiot? Puts me in a bad care home. Let me tell you, Bailey, if you're still watching, darling, if it gets to the point where I do need help and I do need to be somewhere, I will be deciding where I go. It might even be to Dignitas in Switzerland. Who knows? So when you come on here and you try and upset me and say all these things, you're wasting your time. Yeah, Squidgy, you're right. Oh, Daily Sponge, Zollinger Ellison. Never heard of that. My computer's going nuts here. That's it. Yeah, Missy Moo had EUs. She's a total embarrassment to her family. Do you ragamuffin? I'm not sure about it. I think I know when I had my stomach ulcer, I was lying in bed for months on end and screaming in pain, screaming, asking for an epidural. I went to the doctors 3 times in 5 days. Oh, dark. Oh, I'm so sorry, my darling, about earlier. Thanks, Daily Sponge. Wow, she's just getting divorced at her age. Yeah, ragamuffin. It's impossible to confuse myself. It's easily done. I haven't been on here for a while. I was looking, I think it's 2 months, isn't it, since I've done a live. And it's true, I went off here last night feeling good about it. Alfie was 82 when he passed, and it's 3 years now. It was 3 years last month. He had suffered with Parkinson's disease for over 25 years. Do you think I am, Nova? Do you think I am? Thanks, Squidgy. Am I? I'm stronger in that I've come to realise that, why am I weeping and wailing over Alf? Would I want him to still be here and suffering, or would I want him to be in the place, his home, where he deserves to be? Because I know he's home and I know he's happy. So really, my grief was for myself, wasn't it? What I was going to say was, people, like some of us here who have these problems, and they're not problems that we've brought on ourselves. Osteoporosis has done a number on me. Losing the teeth are as a result of the zoledronic acid infusions, the hyaluronic acid that I took for 5 years. They did a number on my mouth, and so it caused necrosis of the jaw. No, he isn't suffering ragamuffin, and I believe, yeah, stalking my kids, yeah. Missy Moo was complaining, wasn't she? Please don't say about Marty maybe saying something about her kids, her, she, and Chantal deserve what they get. I won't do it, but somebody might. Yeah, Hillbilly, yeah. No, 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 don't worry. I wish she Davy Sponge moving in with you. You reckon? But my future doesn't really bother me. I what is going to happen, regardless of whether I worry about it or whether I don't. Um, so why worry about it? I didn't worry about what was going on with my teeth because I knew that it would be addressed. I went in and asked him to take them all out, and he wouldn't. So he's left me with 14 still. And it's true, Squidgy, isn't it, my love? I think about you so often as well, what you've gone through. But he's left me with 14 teeth so that anything that goes in is going to fit around them nicely. It is possible to die of a broken heart. Yes, it is. It's scientifically proven that it can cause, I suppose, palpitations and high blood pressure. And do they, Squidgy? My sister-in-law was very brave. She got really fed up of going to the dentist and having, problems like them chipping all the time. So she went, like I did, and said, "Can you just take them all out for me?" Anyway, he did. He took them all out, and she had her dentures on the same day. Mine has had to be 2 months, and he's only taken 2 teeth or 3 teeth out at a time. Oh, Greenie, yeah. Now you see, you can't get into a dentist. Why? To lose a child, I think. That's what I mean, Hilbert. That's what I was starting to say. Squidgy's in the UK. What did you say, Dark? I'm sorry. I'm lagging. Yeah, I do think that. I do. I think he'll come for me. I don't know whether I told you. I don't think I did tell you because I haven't been on here, have I? And I don't think I mentioned it in a video, but the other afternoon I heard somebody as clear as day shout, "Anne, Anne," twice. And I was just walking into my bathroom, and a lot of dentists are doing that. Private patients only. Yep. So has mine gone private. Yeah. Are you getting dentures as well, Jennifer? Well, I've decided the ones I'm having are very, very thin, and they're flexible ones. They're called Valplast. VALPLAST. And they're not that expensive. They're in 3 tiers, and the most expensive is about 2,500 quid. Yeah, it's true, Nova. It's true. Hi, Super Chat Cats. How are you? I always think of FBRC when I see your name. I know you're not FBRC, but I wonder where he is. Cece, is that your name, Cece? There's a book, isn't there, about like a superwoman or goddess called Cece that I read a while back. Can't remember it all. I read that much. I don't retain them all. It is a good price, and that's the highest tier. Now I know that's the price because I've looked it up, and I think it's up to date. So I'm going to go in knowing what the prices are, and I'm a bit concerned if he tries to rip me off. The extractions were done under the NHS. The dentures are going to be done privately, and they're going to have to do some work on my jaw before I get them. So that will also be done on the NHS. Oh, that's good then, Doc. So you had money that you didn't think you got. Yeah, that's what we've just said. Super chat cat one day at a time. That's the song, isn't it? One day at a time, sweet Jesus. Who sang that? Oh, that's good, Doc. I've been very careful with everything. There's only me here, and it's a big house. It's too big, and there's upheaval. I was talking to the kids today, just the thought. I could have an Airbnb upstairs, but I like to keep it for the kids. What I was saying, all of us who've got different various problems, we haven't done it to ourselves. You know, stuff like osteoporosis, stuff like stomach ulcers, stuff like, you're all talking about. These are things that happen to you, over which you've got no control. So, oh, ragamuffin. Oh, thank you so much. Zoe, thank you so much. You're really kind. Thank you. I will. I'll show you which tooth it's paid for. I'm not quite sure how many I'm going to have. Thank you. That's so kind. Or jeggings. Aren't they kind? So let me get back to what I was saying. Stop interrupting me, all of you. We've got these problems that we haven't caused, that we've got no control over. We do all things correctly. Maybe they're genetic, you know. I guess my osteo is because my mom had it, my grandmother had it. That's it. That's all I'm asking of you. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Absolutely. Oh, ragamuffin, thank you. I'm not that sweet. I, I'm a nicer person now than I used to be, let me tell you. And the reason for that is, well, no, when we got married, for the first 17, 18 years of our marriage, I was content, I was happy, I didn't want anything else. And then things changed. When I got my degree, when I got my qualifications, when I got my first proper job because the kids were grown up. And then when I was headhunted for Saudi Arabia, and things changed, and not only things changed, I changed, and I became somebody who I wasn't. It was all a facade, and trying not only to fit in, but trying to assert myself in a situation where there was a lot of high powered people. Um, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm just myself. And I think, what's the point? We should all be just who we are, all of us. I couldn't have a rabbit, could I, with my cat now? She's gone to bed. I'm managing them all right, Super Chat Cat. I am, but I've noticed it's got a little bit more difficult when I'm carrying things, and um, I'm managing. It's really the only proper exercise I get. If I go out, it's like, you're in a car and you get there and you come back, and I don't really do any walking now, not really. Um, because of my bones, it's only going to take a bump, but I'm going to have another break. Um, but what I do every day, the 4 flights of stairs, is I make sure that I, at least 3 times a day, that I go up and down. You know who's got a rabbit, or she did have one? Sagittarius horsey, Sagittarius. Yeah, Harriet is lovely. Oh, see, I've always been a dog person, but this little girl has taken over my life. Nobody told me. Yes, Nova, you told me. You told me that my life would change getting a cat, didn't you? Yeah. Um, I don't run, Nova, and I hold out onto the handrail. You wouldn't let me do anything if you were here. You'd wrap me up in cotton wool, I know you would. Rabbits are said to be intelligent. Oh, happy birthday to your cat. 13 today. 13's my lucky number. Yeah, Sagittarius horsey. Yeah, I know, Nova, and these are, there's handrails on. I had handrails on when the other side, when I had my hip replacement. But that comes back to my belief in I've got fleas or anything. It's either fur that's sticking to the oil on my face, cod liver oil. Um, it's either fur or my hair. Um, how long do they live normally, rabbits? Oh, 17 now, though. Oh, yeah, Hillbilly are going to be heartbroken. My daughter's cats now, she's got 3. She's got one that's 18. She lost one, I think it was about a year ago, maybe 2 years. time goes by so fast. That cat was 19. So both very old cats who'd grown up together. And then she's got one, an old one, and then she's got one of about 7. And then she's got Harriet's sister. And a friend has got Harriet's other sister. I'd go a bump if I did go down the stairs because they're all those black and white tiles in the hallway. Oh, it goes over your head. What do you mean, like cats? That's what you've got to think, isn't it? You know, that you give. One of my other kids has got a rescue dog who's 12 now. And it's heartbreaking when you see them age, and you never think, do you, that you're going to lose them. I never thought I was going to lose Amber, but she was getting older. She was 12 when she passed, which is a good age for a Cavalier. Ragamuffin, it's taken me, and I haven't had a dog, I've had a cat. It's taken me 8 years. 8 years last April, I think, when Amber passed. Hi, Mike. Hi, Red Pill. I'm glad you caught me too. Labradors are beautiful dogs. They have hip problems, don't they? I know that. Heartbreaking for everybody. But think, as you know, as we've said, think of the good life that you've given your animals that they wouldn't otherwise have had. Oh, see, they suffer like we do. Isn't it, Cece? Isn't it lovely? I'm so sorry I went absent for so long. I just, I had to get a grip of myself. And I'm still not fully gripped. I'm getting there though. Absolute family, yes. Yeah. You're bound to, Nova, having a with you for so long and then suddenly not. Yeah, it is really nice. Squidgy. That's right, Cece, because, I didn't want to come on here and just have nothing to contribute really and just be miserable and infect you with that miserableness because we've all got, oh, Red Pill, thank you. I am. Thank you so much. I'm getting there. My teeth now all have come out that have to come out. I'm left with 14 of them. And I go back in October, the end of October, to sort out what he's going to do. I know what he's going to do because I know what I want. So, and then I will be all beautiful again. Or as my mum used to say, you'll be all lovely. Yeah, hillbilly, and I will do more live streams. And I'm not going to not do a live stream at 8 o'clock in the morning because I did it, didn't I, yesterday, saying I was going to go live at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it should have been 8 o'clock on the night. No, 6 o'clock. And it should have been 6 o'clock on the night. But people were waiting for me at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I've done it today. I am squidgy. I'm so... Thank you, Mike. And I know what I'm having as well. They're lovely little things. I think they're like porcelain. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, Zoe, that's true. Keep up your self-care. And I wasn't. I was, but I literally had to force myself. Thank you, Hillbilly. Two obsidian rabbits, a royal Worcester cow cup, and a royal Worcester ornaments. What are obsidian rabbits? I don't know. Why don't you wear it, Mike? Should you have more than one rabbit? Do they get lonely? Somebody said that Sagittarius Hawty had to leave her place because she couldn't afford it. I don't know whether it's true. Had to leave that apartment, and she gets quite a lot of money off here. And she's moved into a new apartment, and there's no sign of her rabbit. So I don't know. Well, I'm not a lady either. I'm a woman, and I don't have to be pretty because I've gone way past that now. And beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. And if we look at this is getting on my nerves, all that he says. I'm not coming on here with getting with oil on my face. If we look at Salah and Chantal, each of them, beauty is really in the eye of the beholder. Her to him, him to her. You had to switch to mine to send a sticker. I think 50 is... I'd love to see that, a video of your little rabbit daughter. I think 50 is... Somebody said to me, and we were out for a meal with friends, and she said to me, because she was the same age, and it was round about the time we were 50, and she said, "And do you feel any different now you're 50?" And I said, "No, should I?" And I didn't. But in retrospect now, yes, 50 was when I started to change, really. And thinking about it also, too much information. But my 50th year was the last year I menstruated. So that went on for too long. Booty truly is a beauty. She's got a boil. Oh, there's going to be some videos about that. You can bet. You know, my videos about her are mild compared to a lot of them. They are. So I don't know why they come over and start causing problems in the chats. I really don't. And I'd be careful if I were you lot. Marty's watching you. Marty's my friend. He's been very kind. No, I didn't. I know about tiger temples, though, from when I was in animal rights, and some of the activists who actually um, went undercover, as they did with a lot of things. They went undercover and worked in laboratories, for example, where the monkeys were experimented on in various universities. And some activists went behind the scenes with the tiger temples as well. And they're very cruel, very, very cruel. Is it Squidger? Yeah, sedated tigers. It's they thought it was, well, they would, wouldn't they? They've got no empathy, have they? Whether it be for animals or human beings. Who lanced it, Squidgy? Silly question, but I don't know what her insurance is like, and where she would have gone. I assume she went to a clinic. Oh, a nasty big boil. I've never had a boil. I've seen them. Oh, she said it was expensive. Good. Well, if I was a nurse, you'd have to pay me extra to go and lance it for her. That's all I can say. I'd want an extra payment for, and a hazmat suit. She hasn't got travel insurance. How ridiculous. Tiger temples is where they have the tigers tamed, sort of, so people can go and see them and pat them, and they just zonked out on whatever it is they zonked them out with. Oh, I can imagine the stench. Those clothes that she's wearing, she's worn the one in one of the first videos that she did, and she wore it again a few days later. Well, I hate to tell you, Voodoo, you have to wash your clothes in between wearing. Twice is the maximum. But you see, we've seen her, haven't we, with her clothes on the floor in her apartment, picking them up and sniffing them to see if, they will must that another day. Hi, chickpeas. Chickpeas. Maybe they get laundry done at the hotel. Maybe. I don't think she'll trigger FFG. She's tough. Hi, English Rose. Does anybody here change the subject a little bit? Does any? Yes, she wears leggings, doesn't she? Yeah, but Cece, imagine all of that sweat. Thank you, chickpeas. I think it's the castor oil I've got on me. Oh, she loves to wind people up. So it's a bit zany of her, isn't it, to complain when people react. Oh, bloomers. Yeah, I've been to Phuket when I was in Saudi. It was only a short trip from there to Thailand. And I visited a house in Manila. Somebody I worked with named Nabali. And when I was going over there, he wasn't going, but he said, you must go see my wife, you must. So I wasn't quite sure whether he meant it, but he did. And I promised I would go, and I did. And they were so welcoming, very hospitable. Cece feels sick. Well, you all had that treat yesterday of Salah showing his manly legs in his tiny little shorts, his hot pants. Yeah, Thailand is beautiful, but it's also hygiene and stuff. You have to be very careful over there. I'm just wondering also whether she has had any inoculations or vaccinations that are recommended for these countries that she's going to be going to. Yeah, with this dinghy. Don't worry, in the meantime, James can chew your food for you. What ridiculous. Who are these ridiculous people? Oh, I don't know. The bugs might like rancid flesh. Have you ever seen a dog when they've come across something like a dead mouse? Um, a brothel. I think it was no, normally chickpeas. It's horrible. I think it was more of a nightclubby sort of place, maybe where they have dancers and catering to a certain type of clientele. Everything was red and black, plastic, wasn't it? Not leather. And dark. It's not really a place you would go to during the day, I don't think. Which makes me wonder why it was open. Maybe they do get a lot of tourists in. Oh, chickpeas, chickpeas. Well, does anybody think they've got 2 rooms in the hotel? And a shoe show. Do they call it a shoe show? She said she wondered what Russian sugar girls were. Well, I guess they couldn't really put Russian sugar babies because that would be misleading, and they couldn't really do that. So I guess it's Russian sugar girls looking for sugar daddies. So if Chantal, as the sugar mummy, pays her sugar baby Salah plenty of money, he can go and foster one of those Russian sugar girls. Yeah, 2 bed. Oh, definitely 2 beds, yeah. I just wonder if he could tolerate a bedroom with her, though. I'm wondering whether they're going to go back to Kuwait. Um, from Thailand, or whether they're going to travel somewhere else. You're talking that huge abscess. Are you talking about a boil, or are you talking about her? It must have been. It must have been big for them to have to lance it. She's going to be in pain, isn't she? I would. Is she going to be able to walk? MRS. Yes, hillbilly. There is that as well. That's all she's interested in doing, isn't it? She's got every reason to now because the surgery, i.e., the lancing of the boil, is gonna. She's gonna be in pain. How is she gonna walk? Maybe Sarah will get a chair and push around. Oh, is she? She's saying editing. Yeah. It's all the sweat, I reckon. Sweat and unwashed clothes. So she's in Thailand, staying in the hotel because she's had a boil lanced, and Salah will be. He won't be staying in the hotel. Get a wheelbarrow. No, a wheelbarrow. That wouldn't be sturdy enough. A wheelbarrow, would it? And that woman wasn't fat shaming. They're very Asians, and I'm thinking of Filipinos. Filipinos I've worked with. They are very, yeah, he will be in a red light district. Well, that place I went to is the Russian Sugar Girls. You might go back to that shisha lounge when the dancers are there. Yeah, it could be Nova. Oh, squidgy. No, they have no filters. And it isn't cruel. They just. I remember in Saudi once, and they were like children. We had it was raining, and I think it's the only time I saw rain when I was there. It was raining, but it was raining sand. You should have seen it. And they all got these big blue plastic bags, and about 5 of them from the office, and ran outside, prancing and dancing in this sand rain. Who wasn't pregnant with queens, quadruplets or queens. That Asian woman, she was pleasant, wasn't she? No, they're tiny. Yeah. That's like if you buy anything a lot, um, and coming from China, and they say, order a size up, all the sizes are running very, very small. Durian. It smells vile. Apparently, I've never smelt it, but it does smell horrible. But apparently, it tastes pretty good. Yeah, they're all tiny. Got a lot of Filipino nurses now in hospitals, and um, some of them are just they're so good. They go above and beyond what's expected of them. They bring a little bit of humanity back to nursing. Oh yeah, chickpeas. I know. Um, it's when I was having my first child, I had a midwife who used to come out to me. You know, he was born in hospital, but the midwife who used to come out, and she was from Biafra, and it was before we got to know about all the, you know, the starvation and everything in Biafra, and before the war and all the problems there. And of course, I was just ensconced in my own little world, just married, having a baby. But she would come and she would sit and chat to me, and she would sit there and she would be rubbing my back as we were talking, just, you know, rubbing my back. I could do with her now, actually. Yeah, glad she got out of. How did she get out of North Korea? Um, I'm not sure what the situation is for people who want to leave. The North Korean women are stunning. And that's brilliant. Have you seen in North Korea the police women? I think they're classed as police women who do traffic duty. They have to be 5'4" or taller, um, you know, slim, bigger to match, and absolutely perfect credentials, qualifications. And apparently, it's one of the most sought after jobs in North Korea, or it used to be. Ah, Chickabee, she sounds lovely. Yeah, she does. And thank goodness she got out of there. But when you think of it, like Kim Jong Young or whatever his name is, I don't know how, it's Kim anyway, isn't it? When you think of it, it's a dynasty like his father before him and his father before him. What's so different about that and our royal family? You know, it's the one line passed from one member of the family to the next member of the family to the next member of the family. Oh yeah, tough as nails. He'll be like, I would be. Yeah, it is the same Chickpeas, isn't it? They talk about North Korea, and you know, it's a dynasty and it's a dictatorship and all the rest. And I know that Kim has a larger say in policy, or apparently does. But it is passed from one member of the family to the next, to the next, to the next. We know that after Charles is going to be William. We know after William is going to be George. That's if it hasn't been got rid of. You know? I wouldn't like to see it being got rid of altogether, but it does need paring down and all this curtsying business. Ridiculous. Oh, Charles. Charles has lost a lot of any goodwill he may have had because of Diana. People love Diana. And I'll always remember the smirk on his face when he was being interviewed. And the interviewer was saying to him, So you remained faithful until it became apparent that your marriage was over. And he said, well, yes. Yes, Gilbert, I think so. Yeah, if George has a child. And it's also, now it is girls as well as boys can claim the throne. So, say George abdicated or, and didn't want to do it, then it would be Charlotte's. Royal family stopped killing family members years ago. You're right, English Rose, you're right. But I honestly think they've always loved each other, Charles and Camilla. And they should have been allowed to marry, and they weren't. And that's what caused the whole mess. They said she wasn't good enough, she wasn't pure. No, I'm not a great fan either. William, when he became Duke of Cornwall, inherited the title from Charles when he became king. So Charles was getting money from elsewhere. So William inherited the Duke of Cornwall title. Straight away, is entitled to £24 million a year just from the Duchy of Cornwall. Sales and everything, rents. £24 million a year. Yeah, I like Diana. I think she was fragile and she needed nurturing, and she didn't get that in that family. Well, Meghan Markle isn't pure, is she? We know that. But she's Harry's choice, and I just think, she said that racism, because somebody in the family said, I wonder what colour skin. I don't know how they put it, but the colouring of the skin the child is going to have. Now, it depends how that was said, because my colouring when I was younger was quite dark, and people have always said to me, you must have ancestry somewhere. And I didn't know that my dad's mother was Spanish. I didn't know that, but I was dark skinned. Meghan Markle was married twice before. Her first marriage to, can't remember the name, has been sort of wiped out and glossed over because it was annulled by the Catholic Church. That's right, chickpeas. You wonder what their complexion is going to be like. Oh, I saw a video a while back of a little black baby sitting there, and she was watching. Oh, it was what's the film that's come out about the mermaid? Anyway, she was watching that, and when the song came on and they started to sing, "Hello, Harriet," she's gone to the window. And when it came on, I must have had the video there for her, and the mermaid started to sing, beautiful voice, I don't know who it was. That child's eyes opened wide and looked, and she had got the most gorgeous blue eyes. Beautiful. Oh, your internet might go off. Oh, is it storming? I love storms. Harriet! I don't know whether you can see her. Can you see her? Harriet! Hello, my darling. I can see lipstick on your neck. Where are you going? Yes, congratulations on that chickpea. Beautiful, lovely to be a grandmother. Now where you gone? she she goes exactly where she likes. This weather's too much for her. Should I be worried? She's off her food a little bit. Stop it. Leave my windows alone. Ah, chickpeas is gonna spoil her grandchild, and every grandparent should. Your dog the same. She's drinking okay. Yeah, she is, and she's eating some, but she normally is a very good eater. But yesterday and today, she's been a little bit off. I just think it's the heat. Is it the heat, madam? Zoe, I just looked at what you wrote there, and same with my cat. He is going out all night when it's cooler. I read that as being when he's sober. Hi, Laura. Sorry I missed you coming in. It is the heat, isn't it? I like autumn. I like autumn. And when the autumnal days turn to, you've got that like mist in the morning and it carries on most of the day. Oh, yeah. I think you should spoil babies, though, Hillbilly, don't you? More sober than your ex. Oh, I was going to have a tipple with you tonight, wasn't I? I said last night I might bring a glass of Bailey's up. That Bailey's I opened months ago that's still sitting down there. Jewel, hello, my darling. How are you? Say hello to my time to shine. Subscribe to her. She's lovely. Jewel. I'm all right, Jewel. I'm fine, thank you. Everything's getting, sorted out. And yeah, Jewel's lovely. Known her a long time. Haven't I, Jewel? We've seen some things, haven't we? The good old days. Who would have thought we'd be talking about the good old days on YouTube? What are you doing? You going in your little tunnel, Harriet? Hello, my love. Back under a tree. You're going to be the sitter, chickpea, chickpeas. Yeah, it's a dress, and you know what? It I don't stand on anything. It is a reversible dress, so I can wear this twice. Once with the butterflies, and once with the flowers before I wash it. What name? Nova. Sorry. Jewel, as in jewel. Jewel. I think it's two L's. I'm not sure. Is it two L's, Jewel? Oh, hillbilly. Oh. No, I don't think I'll do that, sorry. I've got three like this now. Not all flowers, but I just think it's really clever. And you see the material, you got this flowery, and then the butterflies, you've got two layers to that anyway. There's two layers to that. So you can't tell when you're wearing it that it's a reversible dress. I've got so many clothes. That's true. He'll be like that. I have to say. True chickpeas. Amazon, Squidgy. I'll find a link and send it to you. And it wasn't very expensive either. I've got two. I've got what's the other one? I can't remember what's on the other one. Yeah, I will. I'll send it to you. And then I've got another one that I got from John Lewis ages ago. You've seen that one. It's polka dot, navy blue polka dot on one side, and can't remember what's on the other side. They do. They do. And if you want to spend some money, they have Moschino, Moschino designer stuff, and Adrian Papel. The last name is spelled Papel, and they sell their clothes in John Lewis, so you know they're good stuff. And of course they're having the sales on now, so you might get some bargains. Yeah, I'll find you the link to these two. The John Lewis one, ages ago I bought that. I used to buy most of my clothes from John Lewis because they had all the different clothes in their store. They had calico, um, coast, Adrian Papel, um, oh, I don't know, all of them. They just had almost every brand that you could think of. Are you, chickpeas? I am just lately, um, with what's going on with my body because of the osteo and my bones collapsing. And just in the last 3 years alone, there's been a number gone. I've lost 5 inches in height and 6 inches nearly. And it seems that the top half of my body is almost meeting with the bottom half of my body, and I'm losing my waist. I should have written down what I'm going to. So, you want those links, Squidgy? And I said I'd put that. I said I'd put that crime program video link on, where about the women who went to the electric chair in Sing Sing. It's true, chickpea, yeah. My niece came today, and we're in my bedroom, looking at some clothes and stuff, and I said, some of these I just won't get into again, so have them. Still got the labels on, and she said, "What will you will get into them?" I said, "I won't. They're a size 8. They're a sort of bigger hugging size, not sexy thing, but bigger hugging size 8 because I was thin, and but now my body, I've lost all that height, and the top of my body has just collapsed into the bottom half. It's horrendous. Yeah, that too, Nova. But I mean, I showed my niece. I said, "Look at this," and I showed her in just my underwear. I said, "You see now?" And she said, "Oh gosh." And yet, if I hold myself up straight and vertical, and everything goes back to normal, but I can't keep that up for long. It's too painful. I've made a skirt. I wasn't entirely brooding the past few. Oh wow, Squidgy. Oh gosh. You are like a model height, aren't you? 5'3", 5'4". See, that still comes under petite, so I would go for petite clothes. And I heard somebody saying on one of the fashion shows, "Well, you can't be petite because you're big. You're a big person." But the fact is, it doesn't matter. The weight of you doesn't matter. It's if you're under a certain height that you're classed as petite. So you're back to 5'8" thanks to your surgeries. That's wonderful, Squidger. I'm really happy for you. You've been through a lot. I could probably. It shows what I read and what I was going to say everything that I've been through. I could probably now, at my age, go out shoplifting, and they would put me down to trauma. And now I've said it, it's not a back. What? Yes, CC, and it was useless. And I'm convinced it was that back brace that broke my ninth bone, because I didn't need it, right? When he got it and he was adapting it to my body, and I thought, bloody thing, and it was sticking out of my neck here. It only came down to like here, just underneath my shoulder blades. And it's the part of my back that needs support at the moment is my pelvis and the bottom of my back. So I wore it when he fitted it on at the hospital. And even in the car, I said, this is useless. It's not going to be any good. Got home, I thought, I'll give it a try. I'll keep it on for a while. And I kept it on that night. And the next day, I was in so much pain. And something went right at the bottom where it came to. So I'm convinced that that caused me. So that has gone in the bin. I put little things come in, no, great things come in small packages. Would a stick help, Squeegee? I don't mean to use it forever, just while you get your posture back. Would that help? I could do with going on a rack, like they've got at the Tower of London. Just stretch me out. So going back to that, CC, it might work for you. It didn't work for me. What I found has helped me, and I will show you on here when I come on again, is something that I bought from Amazon, and it's particularly for medical to help with osteo and if you've had a C-section and stuff like that. And it goes round the bottom of your back where your tailbone is, comes right round to the front. You pull it as tight as you want it. And I find that helps me. It really does. Yeah, but Squidgy, use it if you need to. I mean, people have said to me, "How do you get around?" Like, and I do get around. Um, and mainly, with all the bones that have gone, holding onto the furniture. Yeah, it is CC, and it's I can't remember how much it was. I think it was about 24 quid or something, and it really does help. Oh no, but don't tempt Providence. Well, I really have gone downhill. Well, you've seen it, you who know me. Since Alfie died, I've really. Your tens unit, what's that, hillbilly? I take pregabalin prescribed. I have to take PPI, the reflux, because of the Barrett's esophagus, and what else? Morphine patches. No, hopefully you won't, Nova. Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. Where's she gone? I don't recall as a kid ever being able to remember people going in for hip replacements and the like. Oh, Hillbilly, can you let me know? Can you give me a link or something? I'd be interested in looking at that, if you would. 10 units. All these drugs that we're given and the toxins that we're given, really, that go into our body. I mean, I have to take the pain meds, but oh right, I'll have a look. Is that what they're called? 10 units. Oh, it didn't work for you. What works for some, you know. Do you know what, Nova and Sweet J? Alf and I moved to a bungalow, and the bungalow that we wanted fell through for the simple reason that they found underneath the laundry room of the bungalow was a main drainage pipe for part of that estate. I mean, we could have got indemnity insurance and had the place, but we didn't. So we were left in the position of having to move quickly, because the house had sold, they wanted to move in. So we settled on a bungalow that I knew, gut feeling, I didn't like it. And everybody else did. So we moved into it. And the first day we moved in, I stood in the middle of that room and I cried. I thought, what have we done? And it cost us, we paid the asking price stupidly, and we poured £70,000 into that bungalow, and we lost £70,000 on it. Well, no, but I wouldn't mind having one if it was a new one. But it's made me want an apartment, that bungalow, because it was just an horrendous experience. Yes, so your gut instinct. Your gut instinct is a good indicator, isn't it? I found when I don't go with my gut instinct, I usually am wrong. I'm going to get off here, everybody, now. I'm going to come on at 8 in the morning because I said I would, and I'm just going to do it for the hell of it and see who's around. And I'll speak to you all either tomorrow or later in the week. So, CC, Skittle, hi. Squidgy, Nova, Hillbilly, who else? Zoe, CC, Chickpeas. Said Hillbilly, didn't I? Jewel, Zoe. My time to shine. I think I've got you all. I hope. So, Dark, Mike, Red Pill. Thank you all. It's been lovely again. And I'll see you tomorrow or Monday. Zoe, yeah. The mods are great, aren't they, Zoe? Thank you, Skittle. Lots of love, everybody. And may see you tomorrow. You know what I haven't worn? And I got it last year and I still haven't worn it. That beautiful dress I showed you of what's the name? Frida Kahlo. And I got the dress off Etsy. And it was from the husband and wife business, and they make the clothes. And they did it to my measurements. I don't know my measurements then, and my measurements now are probably quite different. But I haven't even had it on my back. I might wear it tomorrow. Love you too, Nova. Very much. Thanks, Dark. So Squidger. I'm going to find my little girl now, and we're going to go in the bedroom, and we're going to have a little conversation about behaviour. Lots of love, everybody. Thank you for tonight. Good night.